Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Gennaro Danna from Legnano near Milan, Italy, and today I'm so happy to show you this presentation regarding ChatGPT and how ChatGPT can help radiologists. I gave this presentation to residency school of University of Crete, and it's just an update of a previous lecture you already can watch on my YouTube channel. And it's incredible on how in just 6 months I had to change dramatically the presentation, and consider that I recorded this presentation 10-15 days after the presentation, and it's quite outdated. Let's see what will happen in the next week. So I hope you can enjoy this presentation. See you later. And we are here. Thank you, Michael Klonsas, for your invitation. I'm so happy to talk about this interesting topic. How can ChatGPT help the radiologist? A couple of instructions. Each reference has a unique QR code. You can scan it to get it, but you can also have the list of all the references at the end of the lecture. This is my outline. We will talk about the perspective, what is the transformers, ChatGPT, GPT-4 and around, testing LLMs, usability, multimodality, risks, and finally some take-home messages. This is my perspectives. Things can change so fast on the internet. It could be regarding the internet, but not only, it's regarding all the technology, and all technology not only on radiology but on everything. This quote is from Tim Berners-Lee that everyone should know because it's the inventor of internet, but it's really adherent on this topic. Why? Because the history of AI starts on 1942 with Enigma broken with AI, and then go on, and it's interesting regarding this diagram that on the number 10, 2020, you can see that a revolutionary tool for automatic conversation, GPT models. But if we would like to know what is a large language model, we can just describe it as a program that starts from an input, that could be characters, words, pieces of word, and it's able to predict the next word and generate text starting from it. A large language model is a type of artificial intelligence algorithm that uses deep learning techniques and massively large data sets to understand, summarize, generate, and predict new contents. The term generative AI is closely connected with LLMs and are in fact a type of generative AI that has been specifically architected to help generate text-based content. And when we talk about AI, and the development of AI and generative text AI, it's like an evolutionary tree, like you see in this wonderful diagram that starts with a single root, and then you can see various type of evolutions, like the evolutionary tree of human race that is wonderful described in the very interesting video of Fatboy Slim song right here, right now. The growing of LLMs is really massive, and it's the interest of a scientific community is still very high, and it's well described in this paper from Akinci, D'Antonoli, Tukba as a first author, and you can see also Mikhail Klontsas inside, and they found that there is a lot of publications that massively increased in the last years. I did a research by myself, and we can see that this is the diagram of a research on PubMed regarding ChatGPT, and you can see 2082 publication with ChatGPT on the just on the, as a word on the title, but you can see you can talk to me and say, oh well, but ChatGPT is just a 2 years old model program. In fact, in 2022, very few publication. And going back to large language model, we can see that that is the publications, and we can see a similar model and similar shape, and we are just in the first 4 months of 2024. But when we talk about ChatGPT, we talk about transformer. What is a transformer? The first time I noted transformer, my idea was that one. Everyone know that what is a transformer. It's a toy and a movie, a cartoon movie regarding this sci-fi community, and we can also have a more recent movie, but in this case the transformer is this one. I can say that I would like to continue to prefer this one on the left, but this is the scheme of a transformer, well described in this wonderful paper with this interesting, captivating title, "Attention is all you need." In fact, a simple transformer model works in that way. A text input, a sentence, a paragraph, must be tokenized, so split in smaller units for further processing, and then in the end, after a lot of process, we have output probabilities. It's over this presentation to perfectly describe all the detailed mechanism. I would like to especially to summarize some key concepts of ChatGPT and the working processes in LLMs. We have tokenization, the embedding, then the start of attention mechanism perfectly integrated in LLM that will act with the pre-training, that is in this case the importance is from datasets, and we can also work better with a correct fine-tuning. We will see later how it works. And finally, after all the output exiting, the LLMs continue to learn with the reinforcement learning from human feedback. Everything we do after the results of LLMs is used from LLM to continue training. And as I told before, one important key is dataset inside. The dataset inside is important because we started with a not so high SSI model on dataset inside. Then we can see that GPT-3, that is the dataset of ChatGPT, is quite large, but we can see that we have more larger datasets like Palm or Megaton Turing or Palm 2, and we can see also the two other important Yama and Yama 2. But after a first moment where the dataset inside is the most important things where we have to think about, we already switched to a smaller dataset but more detailed on a specific topic. And another important thing is the prompt tuning. The prompt tuning is the way you give the information or simplifying the input to the LLM. We can the prompt are constructed usually from natural language, but can also be other type of structured information. We can have some techniques: zero-shot prompting, no prompting, just the question and the answer from the LLMs, or a few shot prompting. We prepare the LLM before ask the question. We can give some instruction, or maybe also a chain of thought prompting. The concept inside is that power is nothing without control, like an old advertising, as you can see in on the left. But I'm sorry, I only want Naples pictures regarding football on my presentation. And what is ChatGPT? Try to ask to ChatGPT, what are you? And this is the answer from ChatGPT. I am an AI developed by OpenAI, decided to interact with you in natural language. I can assist you with a wide range of tasks. This is very interesting, and this is ChatGPT 3.5, but we can already have GPT-4, that is the evolution of ChatGPT, announced by OpenAI with some very large and very huge announcement, like the most advanced system producing safer and more useful responses. Oh, well, very, very interesting. And a colleague published this interesting commentary: Does GPT-4 dream of counting electric nodules? Christian Blünken, very, very, very skilled colleague on LLMs. And obviously a reference to the fabulous novel from Philip Dick, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. And it's interesting that some thoughts from Christian is that academic radiologists can benefit already from LLMs, which can assist in create structured data from unstructured one, but the GPT-4 required the right instructions, because it's a fallacy, and an easy fallacy, to anthropomorphize LLMs and assume it was an understanding. And when I read this paper, I will have in my mind the wonderful end titles from Vangelis and Blade Runner, and as another thing I was in mind, that I have said things you people won't believe, the fabulous last part of this movie. But we have only ChatGPT? Definitely not. We can come back to our evolutionary tree, and you can see the Google logo here, the Meta logo here, and other logos into this evolutionary tree. And in fact, we can have a Llama, a functional large language model, and also Bard, that was announced by Google. And we are now with at least three important competitors. OpenAI, that meanwhile was integrated in Microsoft generating Copilot. Bard, that meanwhile became Gemini. And Meta with Llama 2, that is the large language model from Meta, the company that owns Facebook and Instagram, just saying. But we have also a dataset dedicated to medical activities. In this case, we have PALM-M, and we have MedPalm-2, that is another medical large language model dedicated to answer and to interact better with medical questions and activities. But now that we know ChatGPT, GPT-4, Bard, Gemini, Copilot, but is useful for? I asked to ChatGPT. We have at least 15 points that can explain how useful is ChatGPT. Try to summarize it regarding medical information and medical activities. We can use it. Can useful for generate papers, report generations, report summarization, and answer questions. Try to answer questions. Regarding writing papers, the attention is already high and already evaluated. We can have this wonderful paper from Sam Bisbas that described the future of medical writing, and the interesting part of this paper, and it was that is created by ChatGPT. The title of the chapters are the input that ChatGPT received, and the text of the chapter is the answer from ChatGPT. And this paper generated a lot of interesting discussion on our medical community, with a wonderful commentary from Felipe Kitamura and some letters from the editor. I am showing now just a little part of all the discussion. Radiology already created a section of the website only dedicated to ChatGPT and LLMs. And another thing important is to evaluate LLMs. We can trust in LLMs or not? And on Radiology tried to evaluate the performance of ChatGPT on a radiology board style examination, because ChatGPT passed the USMLE examination. So let's try to evaluate ChatGPT on the radiology board examination, and barely passed the examination. And these things created another discussion if it could be interesting to reassess how to teach and test radiology residents, and the importance of a proper use of ChatGPT in medical writing and in examination. And we see ChatGPT. So ChatGPT 3.5, we have now the new evaluation, GPT-4 in radiology, already tested, and the improvement, according to this paper, is really high, because the evaluation is really improved. But in this case, I'm entering the discussion, trying to test LLMs and European course on Neuroradiology. We tested same examination, non-radiology style, non-neuroradiology style, but the same examination of previous ECNR, ECPNR, or ECHNR courses. We tested ChatGPT, GPT-4, and Google Bard, and the results compared with general results of examinees. This is an example of questions. This is one of the most easy question but we have more difficult questions. This is a paper that is just accepted, and we can soon see published in Neuroradiology. And this is the results. We have that Google Bard failed all the 4 examination. GPT-4 passed all the examination. ChatGPT 3.5 passed just European course in pediatric neuroradiology test. And after writing paper, and we have tested the usefulness and how we can trust the LLMs, it could be useful to helping clinical decision. It could be really interesting, this paper, because ChatGPT could be a very valuable tool in requesting imaging test. And after I read this paper, I really would like to have ChatGPT in all emergency department unit when colleagues asked for imaging in emergency settings, but it's too early. In translations, not talking about translation from English to Italian or Italian to English and so on, but translating radiology report into plain language using ChatGPT and GPT-4. We have several paper on this field and these aspects, and it's already discussed. It's an interesting part of the discussion, and this is another paper that makes medicine easy to swallow, and we can see this explanatory case study on simplified radiology reports. And one interesting thing is that the title was generated with ChatGPT. And another paper interesting that was just released at evaluation to streamline radiology report impressions, and it's also generated some discussion, and in this discussion we can see improved readability while decreasing burnout, because the importance to use ChatGPT can make our work easier and relax burnout. It's very important to highlight, but I also, as usual, I will like to explain my idea that the translation of our report for the patients must be our duty and part of our job, like our pleasure. I don't want that my report should be explained by another person, and even more a technology like ChatGPT. Moreover, we are facing an important dilemma, like we already discussed on last European Congress in Radiology in Vienna. We have a lot of residents, a lot of colleagues that are facing this dilemma. We are inside a world where part of this world are talking about and are thinking about the possibility to stop the education of radiology and to train future radiologists, and we are already described as a Willy Coyote and over the edge of the cliff. And on the other side, we are experiencing a shortage of radiologists, with the radiologists that are overwhelmed by the request of examination. So the trying to decrease burnout is mandatory. But we can also say that the translation of artificial intelligence into practice can open this different way to see as a radiologist as a vendor. We can also be radiologists not only in a clinical setting but also as a vendor of future technologies. We described the wonderful part of this technology, but we have also the dark side of LLMs, that is hallucinations. Hallucinations are no more than a generated text that is incorrect and or completely detached from reality. Can be caused by errors or biases in training data, a lack of common sense, understanding the word, or limitation in the model's computational power. This situation is well described by Hugh Harvey on Twitter. This is a picture from his Twitter profile, where it's important that also a small problem in a different part can generate a collection of errors and then create a disaster. So we have to take this into account, and we have to learn how to mitigate hallucination in LLMs using more accurate and less biased training data. And that's a problem, because the most important and most used LLMs are black box. We don't know the data set, and incorporate common sense knowledge into the model, and moreover enhance the model's computational power. This is very important, and this is why we would like to prefer the datasets dedicated to medicine, or even more only to radiology. And the hallucination generated this this commentary regarding the possibility that are double-edged sword. And remember that ChatGPT tends to follow instruction rather than engage in genuine interaction. ChatGPT try always to say you are right. I tried also to joke with ChatGPT and trying to ask him that I'm saying a totally incorrect sentence, and it tried to say, oh well, in a certain way you are right. It's not good. But we are over the simple generation of text. We are on the multimodality. This is already discussed on Radiology by Felipe Kitamura and Eric Topol. We will discuss it like the GPT-4V as a vision in this paper from Microsoft Corporation, that they analyzed a lot of pictures, even radiological pictures, that try that it quite good, but Christian Blungen already commented that okay, it's interesting, it's almost correct, but in medicine almost correct, it's not like correct. Please ask our lawyers regarding this part. But we had a lot of possibility, and this is a paper just accepted on Radiology Advances, an open access paper from RSNA, regarding possibility to even give a segmentation of thyroid on ultrasound image analysis. Very interesting. And also I tried to test sorry, it remained a Google bar. In this case, it was GPT-4. I put this picture of a metastasis on this CT scan of the spine. What is this? And in this case, also trying to give some input, trying to fine-tuning the request, and GPT-4 wasn't able to give me some real information. In this case, I described it like a C3PO from Star Wars. In this case, on the other end, GPT-4 well described this condition. This finding was quite good. It missed the side because it described it as on the left, but it's on the right. But it was quite good because I already described the sequence and the possibility to say pathology. In this case, it was like R2T2. But trying to calm the situation, remember that as you noted before, I posted you a paper, Attention is all you need, but in this case we have a commentary on Lancet regarding attention is not all you need, and it was very interesting because in this case attention is not all you need. We have this commentary regarding the illusion of intelligence that in this case they represented nothing more than the model extensive statistical knowledge, and we are at risk of reproducing, amplifying, and disseminating problematic content because we often are talking about some models that we don't know what is the dataset inside, and LLMs are probabilistic algorithm, and it all depends from the dataset inside. And the one important thing is that the use of LLMs can reduce the time in the time of doctors on the documentation, on working on documentation. It could be very interesting, and the role of AI system is to augment human intelligence and to assist human intelligence, not replace human decision. Remember that we have a lot of risks because we have highly sensitive to bias embedded within their training data. We often don't know the training data, and we have to pay attention to critical and sensitive contents, and this is a thing that no one highlighted enough, except of you, Harvey. There is currently no regulation, and regarding the risk, we can also face some not so funny situation for the authors. For us, definitely yes. We have this interesting paper on frontiers regarding the cellular function of spermatogonial stem cells in relation to JAK-STAT signaling pathway. Oh well, it's interesting, but you can see that it's retracted. Why? Because this paper had inside this picture generated with AI. This is a definitely wrong picture that passed the review process and has been retracted. But it's interesting to say that this paper generated one of the most higher altmetric results just due to this wrong picture. And also we can see that we have this interesting paper where we can find this sentence. This is certainly, here's a possible introduction to your topic. This is a LLM generated paper. it's good, but it's incredible that it passed review process, and it's even more the first sentence of the paper. It's incredible, but you could say me, oh well, but they are engineer, are surface, we are a physician, we are better. Oh well, this is another one, a case report, on radiology case report, and we can see in the conclusion, I'm very sorry, but I don't have access to real-time information on patient-specific data as I am an AI language model. Not so good. Not so good also because this paper passed peer review process, and it's not good. In fact, we have now some guidelines regarding the publishing of the use of LLMs in publishing. In this case, RSNA stretched with some point. AI cannot qualify as authors. Yes, because there was last year a discussion on Nature regarding the possibility to put ChatGPT as author of a paper. Authors are required to disclose the use of AI. You can use AI, okay, just tell us. Authors bear full responsibility of any content produced with the help of AI. It's very important, it's very good. And content and images created by AI are discouraged. Obviously, we can see the results. Reviewer should not use AI tools. Why? It's a very important point, and I was so happy that Chokkan well highlighted in Eusomi annual meeting in Pisa last year, because we when we are going to review a paper, we will watch and we will evaluate a confidential paper, not public. Giving the manuscript to an LLMs contribute to its datasets and its feedback, and acting in that way, we will break the confidentiality. So it's not to do, definitely. But we have not only the guidelines from RSNA, but we have also guidelines from ESR journals, with this ESR journals editor joint statement, and we have the same important guidelines. So in conclusion, and this is the full bibliography of my presentation, LLMs needs a lot of implementation studies. We are already publishing a lot, but we need more. The potential is huge. Don't let the fear of LLMs stop your curiosity. Be cautious on hallucination, and let's wait for regulations. And I hope this presentation will be so good for you, and I say thank you for your attention. We are here again. I hope you liked this presentation. Please let me know as a comment on this video, or send me an email, or contact me on social media. See you next time. Bye bye.